Super Bowl of bass fishing. Overused term, but it is so true. The Bassmaster Classic in my hometown of Fort Worth. I mean, the only tournament that matters is this one right here, right now. 1.5 weeks of pure focus, drive, and blocking all the noise.
Yes! Yes!
So you got about an 1/8 right here too, Chris.
Okay.
So you don't even have to shim this one unless you're going to butt joint it right here.
Okay. Keeping my mind right. Well, that was a nice little warm-up, Phillip. That's Kyle Patrick. Kyle Patrick, Phillip. Dude, what'd you get? You got the Texas freaking State Patrol haircut.
Oh, dude, I walked in there. I was so tired of my hair. I was like, cut
Did you have long hair?
Oh yeah. Well, not long, but you know how it's like puffy and it gets. I told him, I'm like, dude, just cut it off. Yeah.
That was fun. We caught 2 fish today, both 8-pounders. He caught an 8-11. I caught one just under 8. It was awesome.
God,
yeah, fun.
Catch one, make it be your biggest. So
Yeah.
Phillip's personal best too. How about that? We should go play around tomorrow.
So what's your current favorite glide bait on the market? Like, do you have to only have one?
Roman made negotiator, hands down.
What is it, like $350?
I think it's like 250.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, I don't want it to be, but like, if I had to bet money, I would say minnow.
Yeah, it'd be like Toledo. I mean, it's the same thing.
Because if it's one on a minnow, I won't be the one that wins.
Yeah.
If it's one on a minnow, count me not winning it.
Yeah. It'll be Easton or.
But that man knows how to catch fish that are hard to catch. Like, I can go through an area and throw like a million different things at it. He goes through and catches like 7 to my 1 fish. It's pretty incredible, actually. When I smoke you in a beer-to-beer competition.
Hey, Greg, you're talking to a Yankee. He doesn't understand what you're saying.
You might as well be a Yankee if you live in Oklahoma. It's the same thing as upstate New York.
He said,
It's the same thing as upstate New
they
York,
throw
Chris.
orange
Dude, I
blanks on
lived there
fish.
for 2 years and ain't the same.
As upstate New York.
No.
Bumpkin, dude.
With we have the reservations too. Like, I'm telling you.
Okay,
Okay,
alright.
You know what I'm saying?
Good argument.
Like,
Good
yeah,
argument.
dude. Thank you. Maybe not as much as Oklahoma.
Paying you to like be a dog walker for the next 5 days. The dogs twice a day. I'll pay you $50.
I need it, pretty much. Honestly, I would do it. I just said, hey, can I stay? And they said yes. And I said, phenomenal. So, in my mind, Payers, this is what it is.
I gotta put full. Like,
Why did you leave? I can't hear you, but why did you leave the ramp area?
I'm practicing. Holy shit, dude, this is the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, frogs are almost blowing in.
It's like a hurricane. Dude, look at his hair right now. Babe, okay, just sit right there. Make your hair just look right at me, please. No, look straight at me. Oh my gosh.
This is crazy.
Please be careful.
Yeah, I know.
All right, be safe.
Those people. Alright.
All right, bye.
Like that. Bye.
During practice for the Classic, I mean, it's still 3 or 4 days out from the tournament. So, you know, you're just kind of, you know, sampling a couple things offshore, close to the bank. But going into practice, going into the tournament, going into the season, I already knew I was dead set on what I was going to do, fishing those sneaky rock piles, you know, with the swim bait, slowing down with the jig. And in practice, you know, I kind of stayed off of everything. And whether that helps me or hurts me, I don't know. I feel like, you know, the history I have on Lake Ray Roberts far outweighs, you know, what is going on during Classic Week. Being able to dig into that memory bank and just fish all those little sneaky spots that a lot of those guys won't find in 3 days of practice. So wrapping up practice, we dealt with a lot of wind, a lot of rain, a lot of North Texas changing springtime weather. So, you know, 1 day, you know, 4 days of practice or 3 days of practice, whatever we had, really only turned out to a couple days of practice. So it really favored kind of the local guys, you know, knowing where to go when the conditions change. I sampled a lot of the lake, and it's not a huge lake, but I'm gonna break open my deep dive app here and try to find the clearest water possible, because literally that's the best swim bait spot on the lake, literally right here. It's probably gonna be my second stop of the morning. I'll go fish a spot on day one, and then when everyone's gone, we'll come back and hit this. But the key to this spot is deep rock with clear water. So I'm gonna break open the deep dive app right now, find out exactly where my clearest water is right now today. So as I go over here and see how the different shades of color, I'm gonna go ahead and filter it. So I want the clearest water possible. So I'm gonna move this to clear. So we're launching literally right here, and it shows the clear water right there. So what I'm gonna do is concentrate on this area by the dam, and then this little meat right here. That's where they bite a swim bait, where it's clearest, so they can see it 6, 7, 8 feet away, come up and just smoke it. So caught a big one in practice, you know, 7+ pound fish. And then I shook off some bites, you know, fishing some new type areas. But every time I passed by a spot I knew I was going to fish in the Classic, I made sure A, there was no one on the spot, and B, I was going to stay as far away as possible and never put my trolling motor down on any of those high percentage spots. So we had those 60-mile-an-hour winds that first day, and the whole environment's feeling the effects of it. Look at all these shad that are just kind of floating and dying. It looks like it is a shad kill, but it's not because of the, you know, water temperature dipping below 42 or 41 or whatever it is when they die. It's literally because we had, you know, 4 or 5 foot waves out there, but it just looks like a little jerkbait down there just moving around, and that also makes the bite tough. Now the work starts. The fishing's over with, all the practice. From here on out, it's all work. It's tackle prep, it's cleaning stuff up, it's interviews, crawfish parties. Luckily, we're staying in our own bed tonight. And today is Trade's project she's been working on for the last 3 months. It's the Classic Crawfish Boil, benefiting St. Jude and Cook Children's Hospital, and there are a ton of people coming, so this is going to be an awesome event. But first we got to stop off and make a quick visit to the local Cook Children's Hospital. Well, we're on our way there, and our schedule's about to get gnarly. Hello, how are you? Hello, good to see you.
Mr. Zaldain, how are you?
How are you, man?
Good to see you. How's the job?
How you doing?
Good to see you.
Hello.
Hello, Charlie.
All right, here we go. Little crawfish boil at
got friends in low places? Come on.
Yeah.
Play that. I said, do you know it? I don't want to play it. I want you to sing it.
Play that.
Blame it all on my words. 'Cause I got friends in low places. There was scared times in the places.
Take crawfish home with you. Grab a bag. It's great tomorrow. It's great a day after.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, great on a salad. You see all those bags. Everybody grab a bag, please. I'm begging you.
I will. Deal.
Deal?
Yeah, we got that all day.
This is butter for this. Oh yeah, there's yum yum sauce, yeah.
And when I weigh in too, when you guys are hanging out,
We will be there.
in the suite, in the suite.
You will, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, it looks great. Ja, dat is een mooi bakje.
Yeah, and the wrap is beautiful. Huh?
Friday is the start to the rest of my career.
Oh yeah. Gonna take a photo. We can't do anything on Friday night because you're gonna go to bed early. Saturday night you're gonna go to bed early. And then Sunday night we're gonna just...
Oh, I won't sleep. I won't sleep.
We're just going right through till we get on the plane.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm excited to go get to meet his best friend.
Perfect. I say go.
Who else to start with? We only have 3 anglers in the field that call Texas home, and one of them calls Ray Roberts his home lake now, and that would be Chris Zaldain.
Yeah, this is just an awesome night. We get to hear Chris Johnson speak a little bit later here tonight. But yeah, you know, we hung out. I told you today, Ronnie Moore, that I've been staying off all of my good stuff out here, and what's really cool and really exciting for me, although a lot of the anglers were complaining about it, but 4 days of practice. We burnt the first day and we burnt the last day. So 2 days of practice to figure this place out. If you're not from here, huge disadvantage. And I'm happy to say myself, you know, just living 45 minutes away, we got a nice little edge on the guys.
What'd you bring me?
Oh, bro, no way, dude. Are you kidding me? No way, dude. Look at that Hinkle trout, dude.
It's not a trout pattern. It's a hitch pattern.
Oh my! Is this mine?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I bought it.
That is
like,
so
dude,
sick.
2 years ago. I was gonna give it to you, but I haven't seen you.
That is
That
so
thing.
awesome, dude. Should I throw it tomorrow?
Dude.
I got a spot where I think they'll eat it. Honestly.
Dude, that thing calls them out. They bite it, and it's heavy, obviously, and big, and they can throw it easily. But that calls them out like no other.
That is so
I couldn't bring the hooks
sick.
on the plane, but you probably got split rings and.
Oh yeah, I got all that. Yeah. Does it sink pretty fast or no?
It's pretty
sinker,
slow, dude.
yeah.
That needs to be thrown in Texas.
I'm gonna have it tied on my deck.
Yeah. Dude.
It doesn't if you throw it in Texas, man.
It looks like a big old
It
beat up
does.
gizzard
It does.
shad.
That could be a carp. Dude.
Yeah,
That could be.
a
It
carp.
does look like a gizzard. It really does.
A big ass one. Have you ever thrown one?
Nope.
Oh my god.
Still have never.
The draw power that it has is unbelievable, dude. It pulls everything in its vicinity out.
20 is a starter pack for sure. Like I said, from the start, as soon as this thing got announced, I know how this place is.
Yeah.
The winner's gonna have 30, then he's gonna have 17, 18, and he's gonna have 22 to 24, period.
So
That's
one
it.
mega day.
You need a 30-pound day.
Yeah.
We launched in exactly 34 minutes. Woo! Bassmaster Classic on the home pond. And it's not like a panic, like, oh, I gotta go there, I gotta go there. No, it's like a calculated milk run. And the more times you hit those high percentage spots, the better your chances are. No one found this spot. Just made my first cast, first day of the 2025 Classic on the home lake. I really think it's gonna take maybe a little while for them to, let the sun position them on some of these spots. So I'm just gonna use the anchor mode on my power pole move trolling motor and fish very, very thoroughly. Once that sun gets higher, that swim bait really starts to play. So I may even have to pick up a jig. I'm not afraid to do that either. Big one. My hands aren't working. My hands aren't working, guys. Yeah. All right, we're started. 3 pounder. Thing's smoking, dude. My hands are still frozen. I knew no one would find this spot. These first 2 spots, they don't show up on the map. I wanted to fish them first thing because this wind. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fish this side at all day. This is, we've only hit 2 spots of literally 20 at the start. Dude, that fish bit it like it hated it. When they finally called my number, I was off and I was going to one of my sneakiest rock piles I have. To my surprise, there was no one on it. I mean, it was a real obvious kind of rock pile where big ones get on. I started out, throwing the swim bait and then throwing a crankbait and moving fast and trying to get a reaction bite. It took me 30 minutes to an hour to realize, man, they weren't really chasing. I had a lot of big followers on it. So I had to pick up a jig and caught some really nice ones. Today, at some point this week, a giant one will be on that laydown right there. It's gonna be one of those 2 fish too. That's a good one. Yeah! One of those big ones right there. Through my swimmer. It's that brand new swimmer. I'm waiting on that bite. I'm waiting for that sun to get higher. Waiting on that bite. I had 2 giants follow me out. That's probably one of them. But the other one acted like it wanted to bite me. Might as well just catch both of them now. 4 pounder. Bassmaster Classic on the home pond. This is spot number 3 out of 20. Oh no, there was a boat right there. All right, should be able to catch one right here. Little guy. Told him to get a bite right there. Sneaky rock pile. Always good for a bite. 2 pounder. I'm gonna run some swim bait stuff for the next 2 hours. Got 3 in the box. Man, I still got a lot of really good stuff to hit. Honestly, I don't even think I hit the best stuff yet. Good feeling, John. Good feeling, knowing. And then from there, I just kept on, hopscotching and leapfrogging all around the lake, throwing a jig. And we all know in the springtime when the crawdads start coming out on those rocks, those big fish like that type of profile on the bottom.
Let's go add 2 more real quick.
Giant ones, big ones. That's what we're after now. We're after giant ones. This stretch had like 2 10s on it. Maybe today they'll bite. The biggest followers in practice are right here. Just waiting for that. Oh. They're all big ones too when they bite this. It's not like cranking where you looking for a reaction bite off the bottom. It's like you're calling them upwards and they just smoke it. You're not checking bites. It's like they smoke it so hard, they bite it with hate. They always hook themselves. So it was a little frustrating, you know, realizing, hey, that swim bait that I knew I was gonna catch them on just wasn't playing. And yes, I could have thrown it in practice and figured that out, but again, you know, going back to last year when they announced the Classic, I was going to throw that swim bait, and we spent a lot of time doing that, so. Hello. Problem is all the fishing line that's all over this pier. All right, let's roll. A little too crazy right here, right now. Thanks, guys. These are stumps right here. Normally always fish on these. Big one. Yeah, big one. He's a 2-pounder. I think we get a bite right there. That's the first stump. There's like 4 of them right there. That's 4 bass. Really need to get on that swimmer program from 1 to 4. You know, I've had several swim bait bites in practice and they were all in the afternoon. That's why. I think I've caught every single one of them on a jig. It's just a homemade jig here, just nothing special, brown. But the big thing is, like, a lot of guys are throwing 1/2 and 3/4, and I'm throwing super light 3/8, like super light, where I'm really gonna rack up weights with that swim bait. I get 2 bites on that in the afternoon hours, and that's what sets us apart. I mean, these are just, you know, these are just keepers. I mean, we've got 2 nice ones in there for sure. But it's just a jig. Warming up, that's for sure. It's getting hot. All right, next. God. God, man, I had to check that brush pot. Holy hell. Whew, my sleeve is soaked. Couple spots, really big. 2 big bites, that's it, brother. Set up over here. That's a big one, dude. That's a giant. That's a giant. That's a freaking giant, dude. Stay on there. Stay on there, big girl. Stay on there, big girl. That's a freaking giant. Oh, no, no, no. Come here. Yeah. Absolutely smoked that thing. Keeping it dangerous, he said. I keep going. Absolutely smoked that thing. Water got dirty in here. This is an awesome swim bait spot, but the water's way too dirty. Yes. Yes. That's a classic big one right there. Woo! That's awesome, dude. Thank you. Woo! What's up, Squirt? See ya. Nice one. 5 pounder. Thing didn't even hit the bottom, dude. All right, that's one big one down. Got one more. We're playing the game. We're playing the game on day one, okay? All right, let's go. He says, let's go. All right, good stop, John. Hell yeah. Bounce up a few places for sure. Yes, sir. Oh, eat it, eat it, eat it. Oh my gosh, dude. That's a freaking giant. That was a big one. Dang, that sucks. That was a big one, man. There's one. The freaking smallmouth. Probably weighs more than the largemouth in there. It's gotta weigh more than that one, I'm sure. Yeah, he's definitely bigger than that guy. Same exact weight. Exact same weight. Okay. We gotta get rid of that one. They would not touch that swimmer. I had some giants follow her. They wouldn't eat it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's right tomorrow. I mean, that's just how this place is. On one day, off the other. All right, I'm pulling up to the fish check thing here. We'll see you over there. All right. We've arrived here at Dickey's Arena. We're staging to go weigh in. Taking this time to do a little bit of tackle, because if you think you're gonna do tackle before blast off tomorrow, you are freaking crazy. Gotta do all the tackle now. All right, it's our turn. Go weigh in. To be honest with you, like these first days are get rid of the jitters, anxiety, weigh these things in, see what they go. Nice little starter pack for the day, and looking forward to tomorrow, really. I'm gonna sleep good tonight, I'll tell you that much. I think my scale said I had 19 something pounds, but on the official scales it was only 17 something. But you know, being up towards the leaderboard after day one, being kind of towards the top within striking distance without a doubt, having the history of the lake, I felt good after day one. Really felt good. The weather conditions were stable. Going into day two, I'm gonna do exactly what I did the first day. Maybe mix in some newer stuff, some more sneaky rock piles, but hey, look, you know, here we are, day two of the tournament, and as we blast off, I'm gonna do the same exact thing I did the day before. There are big fish around. Maybe I should slow down a little bit and try to clean up a couple more of those 6, 7, 8 pounders. But you know, when they called my number, you know, it was a little bit later launch. I saw my sneaky little spot right there at takeoff. I've caught more 7, 8s, and 9 pounders off of this one little jetty. No one was on it, so I went over there and about my 4th or 5th cast, I smoked a big one on a swim bait, and I said, here we go, we're doing this the rest of the day. These guys are in trouble today. fucking cast net, dude. Thank you. There it is. Just caught a 5 on that side. I fished this 3 times yesterday and it was just too dang windy. Last year, so in June, the off limits was like at that buoy line right there. I caught that 8 off this last year. A couple more casts, Robbie, and I'm gonna get out of here. Run a swim bait all day, baby. This is a good sign. Getting a bite, they're actually biting it today. That's a good sign. Dude, they're gonna bite today. It's so much warmer this morning. Oh, I got so much swim bait stuff to run. Man, look at you guys hanging out this morning. This is awesome. Where's everyone eating breakfast this morning? Is there any good places to eat? I'm too fired up to eat. All right, guys, I'm gonna roll out of here. Appreciate y'all. It's a good start. I feel it, dude. We're gonna catch a bag today. The weather's so right. All the ones right here are just huge, like really, really big. Like they're in the rocks. These are giant boulders. I'm not really looking for specific bass. I just know like the angles they like. To be honest, I don't want to see them. I mean, I just want to feel that thump. But in practice, along this stretch, I had 3 just absolute monsters. I mean, like biggest fish in the lake use this spot. I got one following me right now. It's huge. Holy cow, dude, like giant one. It's freaking big. Giant follower. Gosh, that thing was huge. The 10-pounder. Gosh, that thing was big. Oh, eat it. Oh, come on, eat it. And then it didn't work out, right? I mean, it's like you have all these sneaky spots. In your mind, you're thinking, no one else is fishing these. You've been fishing these rock piles for 12 years. They should reload, right? I mean, right? They should reload, right? Didn't happen. Big pre-spawn stumps. Little guy. Two and a half. See if we can do it again right here. There's some big ones that set up on this spot. Here's the thing about this whole creek, there's like 0 timber in it. So what is there is, oh, there's probably a dozen right through here. There's a couple cruising around, yeah, but I'm trying to make repetitive casts to those big stumps. Oh, gosh. You know, caught a couple other little ones off some sneaky stumps and rock piles and things like that, but we absolutely went for it. I mean, we absolutely went for it, and I know those staging spots are so right. Gosh, that was a big one, man. In the second half of March, and it only takes a quick weather change or a wind direction change or some cloud cover for those big females to set up on those types of spots. That's what I kept telling myself day 1, day 2 of the Classic, and in the Bassmaster Classic, you just absolutely have to go for it. There's no laying up. Yes, I saw some guys on the bank. You know, I heard some chatter of guys catching them, you know, real shallow. The fish had made a big push after this rain we had. After the weather started stabilizing, some of these fish started spawning even along the bank. But, you know, some of those rock piles I was fishing were, you know, 15, 12, even 10, 8 feet of water, and they absolutely spawn on those spots too. So I'm constantly telling myself, these fish are untouched. Let's stick with it, let's stick with it, let's stick with it. And before you know it, it's 2 p.m. and you only have a few fish in the live well, and that's the way the Classic goes.
Don't give up.
Thanks.
Keep it rolling.
Yes, sir.
Equipment all good for tomorrow?
At 26 pounds and 5 ounces. Unfortunately, Chris Zaldain gonna fall short of the cut. That is a shocker, ladies and gentlemen, for the junior division.
East End stayed here at my house through pre-practice. We're good buddies, and you know, he's one of the rookies I like, and I talked to him as he was progressing during the tournament. You know, catching him during practice, catching him during the tournament. You could tell he was on something special, and what he was doing, live scoping, you know, standing timber leading into a spawning area. That is something I kind of knew in the back of my head would play, but there is no way in heck that I was going to do that. I was going to win the Bassmaster Classic my way, period. That's the most fun way, in my opinion. So hats off to him and all the other guys who figured out kind of that shallow bite, because they weren't there in practice. It kind of evolved during the tournament, and they found all the little trees that they use to stage up on as they go into spawn. And in hindsight, looking back, a lot of those rock pile fish, you know, they easily could have moved from the rocks straight to that standing timber right before they started spawning. So no regrets whatsoever. Like I said, we went down swinging. I had an absolute blast hanging out with all the Fort Worth fans. We had fans from all over Canada, different countries. The South Africans came in, Australians came in. Just such a phenomenal time. And you know, that day 3, unfortunately, we didn't fish day 3, but I will say, you know, I'd much rather go to the Bassmaster Classic Expo on day 3, that Sunday, Championship Sunday, and mingle with all the different fans, sign the autographs, take the photos. I'd much rather do that than, you know, going to day 3 in 25th place or 24th place or 20th place with zero chance of winning the Classic. If I'm not first, second, or third place going into that championship day, I'd much rather spend that day with the fans, because they deserve it. They spent the time, the money, the effort to get to the expo, and you know, they're here to see us. So overall, just an awesome show, and I appreciate each and every one of the fans for tuning in and hanging out with us throughout the journey. It was an awesome week. It was a huge kind of anxiety and a lot of motion going into it, and you know, and once it all settled, we just finally settled back down and back to the Elite Series grind. So had a blast.